Coming up, Advocate Capital client Geoff McDonald. Hey, Geoff, thanks for being here today.
Thanks for having me.
Appreciate you taking the time to speak with us. And boy, you've been a client since 2014, and you've been a fantastic customer, and you've just grown tremendously. It's just amazing how you've increased your practice pretty much every year. So I thought some of our viewers might enjoy hearing about what it's like to be an Advocate customer and how it may have affected your firm. Before I do that, though, I wanted to ask your opinion on a couple of things. When we speak to prospective clients, sometimes they express some concerns to us. And one of them is they're concerned about passing interest through their cases because they're concerned that their client is going to object to that. So what's your experience been with that?
Well, my experience is that in the 4 years that we've been a client of yours, we haven't had a single client complain about that. I don't know that there are any interest-free loans anywhere in the world, and the interest that you all charge and that we pass on to our clients is very reasonable, and our clients appreciate it. And they know that we wouldn't be able to take their case
right,
and front the costs that we do with your help if it wasn't for Advocate Capital. So I think, by and large, our clients are extremely appreciative of our relationship with Advocate Capital.
Well, thanks. And that kind of dovetails into another thing we hear about from future customers. And they say, well, we're going to be adding expense to my client's case, and that's going to adversely impact my client. What would you say to someone who...
I would say that nothing could be further from the truth. In fact, it's the exact opposite. The only way you can build value in a case is by incurring costs. And that's just a fact of life. And so attorneys who say that, unfortunately, they just don't know what they don't know. And the truth is, they've probably been either A, passing up on big cases that they can't take because they can't afford to take them, or B, they've been settling cases for 10 cents on the dollar. Because if you're going to work a case up the way it's supposed to be worked up, it's going to take resources. And that means you don't just hire experts, but you hire the best experts in the country. You just don't send them to doctors. You send them to the best doctors in the country. You don't send them to the people who read the book. You send them to the people who wrote the book.
There you go. Nice.
And you can't do that without some leverage or without friends and business partners, frankly, like Advocate Capital.
Well, thank you, Geoff. Thanks a lot. Well, would you mind sharing just a little bit about, contrasting what it was like to run your firm before you became a customer and contrast that since you become a customer?
The difference between our firm before we became a customer of Advocate Capital and after we became a customer, it's like night and day. Before, we had our head down in the weeds and we're just working and grinding, and really not seeing much growth. But, once we partnered with Advocate Capital, we could afford to take on the bigger cases. We don't have to partner with big firms who can afford the big costs that these types of cases take. We can handle them ourselves. Now, we still partner with other firms sometimes, but we don't partner with them because we can't afford to take the case or because we can't afford the costs associated with the bigger cases.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. Makes sense. Fantastic. Well, wow, Geoff, thanks again for being our customer and for taking time out of your busy day. I know you have lots to do today, but you were willing to speak with us, and we so much appreciate that.
Absolutely. It's my pleasure. Thanks for having me.
You bet.